Oh, hey guys. Happy Drew's Day. Or Tuesday if you're boring. That's fine. You unwhimsical. We got a great show for you this week. We got all the sports you can handle. We got a great This Week in Comedy presented by Josiah over at Comedian Discovery. So you're going to want to stay and check that out. We also got all your TV and movie updates on What You Watching, Guy? So I don't know about you, but let's go ahead and get into it. Stefon Diggs was found not guilty. His former personal chef brought up some assault charges on him and some pay disputes. The jury just didn't see enough evidence there to convict the star wide receiver. Rumor is him and Cardi are back together too, so, win-win for this dude. Atlanta rapper Jayy Wick was arrested in Florida. Apparently Donald Anderson, his real name. I don't know how you go from Donald Anderson to Jayy Wick, but I'm not in the rap game, so I guess I'm not in the know. He allegedly was just trying to chill at the beach before a show that night, got into a dispute, shot a guy, and then went and performed a show. At least he handled business before he handled business, But we'll see how that plans out. I love all the comments, like, ain't gonna get a pork chop sandwich in jail, my dude. It's a shame. Canada breaks a Guinness World Record, and it was for most people dressed up as dinos in the same area. University of Calgary had their 60th anniversary of being a university, I guess, and they gathered 682 people in dino costumes. Like, talk about a way to celebrate. I dig what Calgary's doing, man. That's my kind of party. According to Italy, pasta makes you the happiest. Of course, Italy gonna say that. A university in Milan studied facial expressions, emotional engagement, and memory activation. And pasta, or the act of eating pasta, scored higher than watching sports or listening to music. Sounds like some propaganda to me. Like, hey, come eat pasta in Italy. It'll make you the happiest you've ever been. I'm not denying those claims. I think that sounds lovely, and I'm sure I would be ecstatic eating pasta in Italy. But they don't remember me being a 10-year-old on that 95 World Series run for the Braves. Okay? That's about as happy as this dude's ever been. South Florida officers sue Ben Affleck and Matt Damon for their portrayal in The Rip. Said the movie was too real and it caused them distress in their everyday lives. Apparently parts of the movie were inspired by a real 2016 case where police found over $21 million in a suspected weed trafficker's home in Miami. Like, way to tell on yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you mean to tell me the crooked cops are mad that the movie about crooked cops portrayed them as crooked cops? A Kentucky woman was arrested for being the coolest mom alive. Nah, police say she gave her 22-month-old a tattoo. I think she got in trouble because she changed her story. No, I'm not promoting 22-month-olds getting tattoos. I waited till I was 22 years old, before I got a tattoo. But she changed her story. You can't change your story. That's where they get you. You can't change your story. First, she said the kid wanted the tattoo, and he was full-on cooperative. Kudos for her to getting a 22-month-old to agree to anything, let alone something permanent. But then she changed it and said he just got in the way when she was tattooing herself. That's a stretch. But the online comments did spark a fun debate, like, why is it acceptable to pierce kids' ears, but they can't get tattoos? I'm not a favor of doing anything to a kid until they can make the decisions for themselves, but if I could have gotten a jump start on the tattoos earlier and my mom paying for it, that'd be pretty dope. Did y'all see that motorcycle crash that left the bike on the traffic light? Delta, British Columbia, a car pulled out in front of a motorcycle. It flew up and caught on the traffic light. And good thing it hung up there, because where the rider was positioned, it could have fallen on him. Like, that would have sucked to survive the crash only for your motorcycle. That's some Wile E. Coyote type stuff right there. And that would have sucked. But like I said, we got a great show for you. Up next, we got What You Watching, Guy? It's What You Watching, Guy, where we talk about TV and movies and TV. Did y'all see that trailer for Coyote vs. Acme? Definitely go check it out. After you watch this video, stay on the YouTubes. Check out that trailer. Top notch. Love Wile E. Coyote, love the Roadrunner. And what a fun twist where Coyote sues Acme for all of the pain and suffering over the years. Good Omens has a new season coming out May 13th on Prime. I thought the show was done. It's nice we get another season. Unfortunately, canceled my Amazon subscription, so we're going to have to figure out how to navigate around that. Welcome to Wrexham, the documentary following the soccer club that Rob McElhenney and Ryan Reynolds purchased, has a new season coming out May 14th. And we got the amazing news that King of the Hill coming back July 20th. I can't wait. On to the sad news in the TV world. My favorite new show that just came out on NBC, Stumble, has been canceled. It followed a cheer competition team at a junior college, and it was amazing. I don't know how else to say it. You missed it. You missed your chance on something great here, and it bums me out. We got a new This Week in Comedy for you, presented by Comedian Discovery. Josiah's got some bangers for us this go-round. Fahim Anwar dropped Intrusive Thoughts on YouTube on the 1st of the month, shot at the lovely Comedy Store. Amazing special, great observational comedy. And it's nice to see someone getting into comedy for the right reasons, you know, to eventually gain success and throw it in your parents' face. I, too, was hoping to do that one day. Great special, so don't raw dog your next flight and check it out. Ashley Hesselton also dropped her special on YouTube on the 1st. It's Here Comes the Bride. She is engaged. She has an impending nuptials to her fiance, and it's just, she's got a very fun party girl type of humor. Super clever joke up top, got you hooked into the special. From emotional support penises, peni? To slut-shaming dads, grab your fanny pack and sit front row and check out Here Comes the Bride, out now on YouTube. On the 14th, coming out this week, Heather Shaw drops her special, All Right, See Ya. It's also on YouTube. Very funny, very lesbian Jim Carrey title, if you ask me. Not going to lie about that. Don't expect Ellen DeGeneres, because she's got some fresh takes, hilarious commentary. I just hope you're not trying to watch this special in Omaha. You might be screwed. And then the very next day, on the 15th, Ophira Eisenberg drops hers on Veeps. You can catch that on Apple or Prime. It was filmed at the Comedy Cellar, produced by Lewis Black. Josiah was there to check it out in person. I had the pleasure of doing a show with her at a grocery store in a suburb of Nashville. So super fun hang, super hilarious comic. Definitely check it out. And that is This Week in Comedy, presented by Comedian Discovery. Go check him out on Instagram and YouTube. You might find your very next favorite comedian. On to sports. Arsenal meets defending champ PSG in the Champions League final. Super excited to watch that. Arsenal, super boring style of play. PSG just likes to put the goals on you. So definitely a mismatch of styles here heading into the finals. Super excited to check it out. Thank goodness there's going to be no replacement referees. The NFL and the Referees Association come to a new 7-year collective bargaining agreement. So we don't have to worry about this for the next 7 years. Thank goodness. Was not looking forward to a repeat of the touchdown conundrum we obviously were going to be facing again. Jets give Breece Hall a 3-year, $45.75. I mean, I'll just take the $0.75 million extension, doubling down on the running back staying in New York. You know, I know he was on the trading block last year, but it's nice to see that they know he is the best player on that team. Dangerous. Russell Wilson is contemplating being on said Jets in a backup role to Geno Smith or jumping in the TV booth. Either way, we're still stuck with Russ Wilson. Sierra, come get your man. Ooh, the College World Series getting closer on the men's and women's side. On the women's side, UCLA's Megan Grant with her 37th home run ties the single-season home run mark. So I'm excited to see her and all the other superstars in the softball world just go at it once this tournament starts. And my beloved Tar Heels are wrecking shop over on the men's side, so I am super excited about Omaha this year. Let's check in with the NBA. Steve Kerr is going to stay with the Warriors, signing a 2-year extension to stay their coach and stay the highest paid coach in the NBA. Wizards won the draft lottery, and they get the number 1 pick. From all rumblings and things I'm hearing, you kind of want the 3rd pick this year, because out of Boozer, Wilson, AJ DeBonza, you don't. What if you're the one that picks the one out of the 3 that's the bust? What if the other 2 are way better? So we'll see how that shakes out. You got Darren Peterson in the mix, so 4 great players. You got to hope you pick the one that's going to be the superstar. I'd like the 4th pick, but just give me the one that filtered through. It was fate that he was on our team. Over in the playoffs, the Thunder take care of the sweep of the Lakers. They are into the Western Conference Finals, awaiting the winner of the Timberwolves and Spurs, who, after a little elbow, a little fisticuffs, Wemby not getting suspended, so he'll be back for Game 5. It's knotted 2-2, so I'm excited to see how that series ends up. Over in the Eastern Conference, the Knicks punched their ticket, sweeping the Sixers. They are in the conference finals, awaiting a 2-2 tied series on the Pistons and Cavs. So 1 sweep, 1 tied series in both. So get best of both worlds. You got domination, and then you got parity. What more can you ask for? Over on the ice, the Carolina Hurricanes swept the Flyers, their 2nd straight sweep. They're in the Eastern Conference Finals, awaiting the Sabres and Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens taking a 2-1 lead over there. The Ducks and Golden Knights over in the West are knotted at 2-2. That's been a fun series. Definitely check that out if you haven't. And Colorado jumps out to a 3-1 lead over the Wild. Wild threw everything they had at them last night, but Colorado just proving that they are just a great team. And as a Hurricanes fan, I'm scared to see them in the Stanley Cup if we both make it that far. That's it for our show this week. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Drew's Day. I'm going to get that to stick. We're gonna get that to be something. I promise you that. Thank you so much for being here. And remember, be nice to someone this week. We're all weird. It's way more fun when we're weird together. We'll see you next time.